for the most part, I gave you my insights. But then as I started using it more, I started realizing compared to the Ninja 5, the Zato Connect is for lack of better words, um, a very watered down, average Joe's field monitor device. I realize it doesn't have focus peaking, it doesn't have waveforms, it doesn't have zebras, it doesn't have any kind of image assist or exposure assist. It just has your grids, your aspect ratio, safe zones, image flip, 2x image magnification, and that's basically it. There's really no image assist stuff whatsoever. And I guess because I'm assuming that this device is geared more towards your average consumer, not your content creator or video pro, you generally wouldn't need any of those pro features. Those are really very much pro features, so you don't have false color. So if you were looking for a monitor that had all those features, the Zato Connect is definitely not for you. But that video, this video isn't really to discuss that part of it. What I really wanted to do was test out the Zato Connect for another reason why I also purchased this, because at home I have this setup, and I use this setup not only for creating talking head videos, but I also use this setup for doing my Zoom calls. So I usually for my Zoom calls, I have to have a monitor, I have to have a USB capture device because, like an Elgato Camlink 4K or the AverMedia Live Gamer 4K, I needed a USB capture device so that I can capture that from my camera, right? And also maybe a wireless transmitter if I really needed to. So this Zato Connect actually covers all those bases and then some. So when Atomos announced that this device could also be used for Zoom and video conferencing applications, I was really curious. And the only insights that they gave you, because there really aren't any tutorials on this thing, and even the actual product manual isn't available. There's really no product manual. There's a startup guide, but that's it. That's how new this product is, and I want to say that it wasn't rushed. It's just that they wanted to get this product out there and let it get into the hands of users, and maybe we figure it out. I don't know. But so what I did was I just took a USB cable, a long enough one from the Zato Connect, and I plugged it into my desktop, which is over there, and waited to see how my computer would react to it. And it does exactly what a video capture card would do. In Descript or Zoom, your Zato Connect shows up as Zato Connect. So for your camera source, Zato Connect, and for your audio source, Zato Connect, and that's it. Now, one caveat: your camera has to be set to HDMI output 1080p, or your camera itself has to be set to 1080p. So if you're running a 4K camera through this device and then doing the USB out, I noticed that the image glitches really badly. The audio doesn't glitch, but the image glitches really badly. And I want to say that that's not the first time I've seen something like that happen. So a lot of times these capture devices are doing more than one thing. They're pulling in 4K footage and trying to crush it down to 1080p and then push it back out as 1080p. So unless you're using something like the AverMedia Live Gamer 4K or the Elgato Camlink 4K, your video that you're getting that's going out as 4K is trying to be crushed down to 1080p, and I think that causes problems for those capture devices. It's a very common issue, and I've seen it many times before. So this is no different. So you've got to make sure that your camera's outputting in 1080p so that your Zato Connect can actually convert that easily and transmit that back out to your computer or whatever device that you're using. So right now I'm running my live stream, but I also know that I can have this thing output to my computer for a Zoom call at the same time. So you're running a few extra cables, but all in all, this device is continuing to really show who this thing is really for, and it's not your pro level content creator to do stuff where you need all the image assist stuff. It's really for the creator who doesn't need all that stuff and just needs to know that they have a way to run Zoom calls, they can run live streams, they have something that they can see themselves with very clearly, that's lightweight and kind of just easy to use. It really is that. Earlier when I was trying to think about like what devices this thing can replace, really it replaces 4 things. First, it's a field monitor, just a very, very standard watered down field monitor. So it replaces that. Say something like a Lilliput or a Field World, that's about $100. Okay, so that replaces that. It replaces a recording device because it has the SD card. You can record stuff directly to the card in the Zato Connect and then pull that card and use that for something later. As a recording device, I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's worth $100. And then as a USB capture device, so something like an Elgato Camlink 4K or an AverMedia Live Gamer, even though it's only gonna do 1080p, I would say that's the equivalent of like maybe at most $100 ballpark. And then lastly, it works as a standalone live streaming device. So a wireless and also an NDI wireless transmitter. So really, it's replacing 5 different products in one thing. So for $400, you're getting a lot out of it. And it's only going to get better with firmware updates and other things that they're going to do with the Connect series down the line. So I highly recommend it. This is my very non-techie review and continued insights on the Zato Connect. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave that in the comment section below. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.